He's like a Punjabi thesaurus when it comes to betting.
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus. I'm a thesaurus kind of guy.
No. Fuck off. No. It's thesaurus. Say it properly or don't say it at all, please.
Okay. All right,
this does not get changed.
All right, thesaurus. Right, just that's not.
Got
I just said it. Thesaurus.
No. Thesaurus.
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 Thesaurus. Oh, you're saying not thesaurus, not thesaurus, not thesaurus, thesaurus. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, big man.
What is happening, people? Welcome to this week's episode of the Indy and Doctor podcast. Karan, how's your headphones? Can you hear me loud and clear? Yes.
There's loud. He's like he's in my corporate, man. There's loud and then there's Indy loud. So guys, when you finally get to have the live experience of Indy when we do these live shows, which hopefully, we're going to do a couple this year. Indy doesn't know about it. I've just said it in another podcast.
I mean, clearly.
He's like, pressure, Bhaiya. Asi the international tour vi karna, asi India nu aana.
Listen, this banda hasn't even told me what he wants to achieve strategically this year. And now he just comes out with that in the first 25 seconds of the podcast.
Okay, you want to know what I want to achieve?
No, mate, this should be done in private, but okay.
Might as well. Instagram, we hit 10,000 this year. We're going to hit 100,000 this year. That's it. Done.
Fucking hell. All right, mate, chill.
run the ads. Push those videos out. 100K. Live tour. Tadke wale beans in Indy's beard. Life complete. That's it.
Yeah. I think you need to settle down a bit, big man.
You asked me, I gave you things. Look, guys, and this is a mini bit of coaching.
This is the grandiose bit that Karan's doing. We have some realistic ones that we're going to set out this week.
When you set goals, there are what we call your goals. Then you have your
stretch goals.
Unrealistic goals. And in between are kind of exactly what you said, your stretch goals. So if we think with, I want 100,000 and we hit whatever we're going to hit, fine. If you chase perfection, you'll catch excellence. That's it.
Yes,
if we say,
we need to have an achievable goal to make it feel like maza.
Bro, we're getting the maza now. Do you not get the maza?
I do.
Do you not get me maza? Do you not get me maza?
I want a repeat maza.
I'm not sure what that means, man. I'll tell you what gave me maza. So I'm just going to go to when you dropped the beautiful picture. Now, one thing I didn't know when you did the Christmas, what do you call it, carousel of pictures, I was not aware you're going to drop the one with me wearing my banana.
Do you know why I did the one of you with the banana on?
I don't know.
Because I knew it would get the most amount of interactions, views, etc. Because it's like people are like, why is there a man in a banana looking super hairy with a bunda next to him saying, I made my family disappear? It's very like, there's so many things happening in that image that makes people want to stop and look at it. That's why I put that first.
Yeah, so my family weren't best pleased. You were quite high in the books and then you dropped that and they were like, what's he doing? Like,
seriously?
No, I'm joking, man. Look how touchy
he was. He's like,
they're not signed you for now. Oh my God, no. It's all cool. Thingy, what's his face? Kenny was very happy. But there was one comment which Kenny actually said to me, is this Bal's burner account? That's what he said to me.
It wasn't, but go on.
Yeah. So, Balwas, not there. Great name, 6 days ago. It's quite long, so I'm not going to read all of it. But essentially, he's giving me props for having my hair. Now, the funny thing is, he's obviously commenting on my body hair because you can see that in the brain, but you have the same body hair. It's just that he can't see it or people can't see it. So
not
I don't
the same
know why.
Level.
But that's not because you remove it. It's just your genetics, right? But obviously, for whatever reason, people think you don't have hair, right? If there was a battle scenario, I'd rather have him, i.e. me, on my side. The guy on the right looks like a lesbian jatt, whatever that is. Guy would offer his bund to the enemy for mercy. When I read this, the thing is, more recently, you might have seen I'm doing a lot more comment saver. You know, it's really funny. So I said this in front of Kenny. He goes, what are you doing? I'm doing comment saver. He goes, I don't think you understand what saver means. And I was like, yeah, I'm losing it really loosely, Kenny. In the same way that I will say, what's the roti? I don't actually mean like roti, I just mean what's for food. But I use roti and food interchangeably. In the same way, I was like,
you are bringing disgrace on the Sikh Dharam by misusing those words. How dare you?
Yeah, Kenny was not pleased. But then Kenny was also very happy that you got a lot of airtime on our stories.
Of course.
He was loving it.
Of course.
But when I read this comment, and I considered this terminology, lesbian jatt.
Let me give this absolute toto a response, okay? Number one.
Oh, on the podcast.
You haven't got an image. Live. Shut up. Hide it behind a blank screen. Number two. Your oxymoron just makes no sense. Number three.
That's what's so funny. What is
Number
a
three.
lesbian jatt?
Me on top of this whole like, yeah, I'd surrender. Nah, mate. No. Me and Gordon, straight there, front line. He is Gimli. I am Legolas. It is what it is. Okay, it is what it is. Accept it, big man. We will be there on the front line. I will take down the Hatti, and Gordon will say that still only counts as one. I
Still only
understand.
counts as one.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
He goes,
There ain't no bending over for other people here. Relax, big man. Yeah, with your little big words.
I've got 2 already. I'm on 17. Just out of interest, I've never heard you give yourself the self-reference of Legolas there. Who is Aragorn then?
I don't know.
Yeah, Labana Banana.
Yeah, we'd find one. We'd find one.
CSK's Gandalf. CSK's Gandalf.
Told you, man. You got a problem, you call my dad in India.
CSK. Actually, no, he's not Gandalf. He's Theoden. And then you know when he comes back to life, that's when he's like, Mera putta da podcast. Mera putta da podcast. You know that scene?
Which one's Theoden? The one who set his son on fire?
No, bro. Why would I call you dad that, man? Like,
I don't remember who Theoden is, bro. But
right.
I think when you go past the main characters of Lord of the Rings, people don't understand. Okay.
You don't understand, right? The guy you're referencing is Lord Denethor, who's the steward of Gondor, the pagal guy.
Right, okay.
You know,
So
Gandalf says, "Rid yourself of your stupidity," and he kicks the Kora, the legs, and puts him in the fire.
Anyway, who are you on about?
Right, Helm's Deep, the second film. The king who's on the throne, who's a bit like, and then he's got that guy, Grimmerworm. Right, and then Gandalf comes, and he takes the zehr out of him, and he comes back to life, and he's like, oh, yeah, and he becomes like a young man again.
Oh, got it. Yeah, I remember that. Good time.
That's that CSK when he's like, Mera son lesbian jatt nahi hai, galat gall hai.
Yeah, it was just weird to say that. Like,
it was just, I was
very odd. Very
and
odd.
you know the other thing that got to me was, I don't think I voiced this in our private group. Guys, shout if you want access to this, man, because I've been thinking about this.
No, people are not getting access to this, man.
They might get it. They might get some screenshots if they pay me enough.
They get nothing.
So I was going to send a voice note to Sanj. I was going to be like, you and I, Indie Bash. But why do other people, the people don't know that we Indie Bash you, and it's just like they're doing it as well, and I don't get it. I don't get why they're Indie Bashing you.
Because I'm not that likable compared to you. That's why. I'm okay with that.
I don't know why though.
I don't know. Gordon, ask some people out there.
Yeah.
Quiz, Q&A, people that we know, whatever, people that we used to know. I don't know. You tell me.
I don't. I really.
You tell me.
You recently here.
You tell me why people don't like me, and that's fine. I will accept the criticism, but I'm not changing.
The question.
So that is what it is.
It is what it is, man. I just couldn't understand. Yeah. So anyway, that's what's happening in the Perry Tamer segment.
There we go. Now kick me off with the real segment, bro.
Confessions of Bram one day. Hey.
Very good. Yeah. Very good. Right. Surviving Christmas. Let's go. How was it? Mazaya? Happy?
Oh, yada. I will get to my confession, but let's just say, मैं बहुत happy का काम शुरू हो गया.
Yeah?
Yeah. I'll tell you why.
Okay.
Life of being a dad, man.
I'll tell you mine. So I obviously did the rounds in Birmingham, came to see you, shot that little pod that came out already that people can go and see now if you go to our YouTube under your non-courage stuff. Check that out. That was prompted by community pressure. We didn't actually want to do that, but we did it.
Pressure.
So,
oh my god, सानू lobby करते सी. असि subscribe नहीं करना जे तू
yes, so many DMs. So yeah, man, that was cool. Then you know what life is like for me and Sandra Birmingham. It's like very go, seeing people all the time. So did a couple of things.
All the fans,
all the friends and family, man. It's nice, but it's tiring. So. Went to go see a few friends.
This is why people don't like you. Complaining about the number of friends and family he has.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm very happy. I'm very flattered by it. But I'm also realistic with time and how tiring it gets. So, sticking on topic, went to go and see my friends. One of which was telling me how he went to take his kid to a boxing class, self-defense, because he's getting at that age. Kid's about 4, 5 years old. So he wants to send him to self-defense class.
4, 5. Wow, I would have thought it was quite young, but
yeah. He wants to start him early just to get him involved in like the motions of doing it. And when it gets serious later, he'll be up to standard. This guy thinks, let's go to the Gurdwara because the Gurdwara he saw is new, renovated, etc. I won't be naming where this is for reference. I won't be naming the person for reference. Okay. So he went to the Gurdwara and they have a new gym set up, and in there they have punching bags, etc.
Yep.
talks to one of the Sevadars there, who is actually in charge of the whole thing. And he says, can my son come along? I know he's a bit young. You guys do classes for 7, 8, and 9-year-olds. He said, bring him along. I'm sure it'll be okay. Sorry?
Boxing, MMA, ki jiu-jitsu?
I think it's MMA, but it's probably more boxing.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's say boxing for the sake of the story.
Yeah.
So this is cool. He brings the son along the following week, takes him there in the evening, gets all the gear, all the little kids' gloves, all that stuff, the headgear, gets to the class, takes him in, speaks to the guy there, but this time it's a different guy. It's the other Sevadar who's running it. And he said, your kid's a bit young. I'm not going to be honest. I can't throw him in consistently. He said, but for this week, I'll make an allowance. He can participate, but he can't do much.
Okay.
Now, I'm not sure if he participated or if he actually stood on the side and watched. I'm going to go with the participation because it's more fun. Yes.
Was the dad still there?
The dad was still there, obviously. Yeah. So the dad's always going to be there to supervise and make sure everything's okay. This was the dad's observations. So, you know how some people take things too seriously when it comes to kids and they ruin the fun out of it? Or they suck the fun out of the event? This guy was doing exactly that. Very trying to be alpha, overbearing, taking it very seriously. And he's saying stuff like, right, kids, get down and give me some press-ups. Could do the press-ups properly because they're kids. So he said, you're not doing the press-ups properly. Get up. I'm going to teach you how to do squats. Do squats. Couldn't do squats properly. Essentially putting them through like hardcore drills. They're just kids. They're just Nyane. They don't know any different. So maybe they were actually enjoying it. What do I know? Going through this whole thing is very intense. And then he sits the kids down and he says to the kids, right, kids, we're going to play a game. The kids are like, okay. He says, who here has played Duck, Duck, Go? And the kids are all like, yeah, me, yeah. All standing around, all getting very, very shocked because Duck, Duck, Go, I know it from Simpsons, you know, when Ralph is going around going, duck, 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 duck. That one. Yeah. So that's great.
Yeah.
Then he said, well, guess what, kids? We're not playing that today. Room goes silent. And he says, we're going to play Waheguru, Waheguru, Ji.
What?
Can you tell me, Karan, why that is the new classification for playing Duck, Duck, Go at a kids' class in a Gurdwara?
I can see why you do it because in a Gurdwara, but
I understand that. But why are ducks and geese not allowed to be spoken about in the context of a game in a Gurdwara?
I'm going to propose something. Obviously, don't know the intentions of said gentleman.
Sure.
I don't think the issue actually is with duck and geese. I think it's more, how do I make doing Baat, doing Vigrasim a bit more fun like a game? If that was me and I did that, I do it for that reason. Not this is haram and we shouldn't be talking about duck and geese in a Gurdwara.
I'm not going to lie, a little bit of me thought, is he thinking ducks and geese are haram to talk about in a Gurdwara? Because I don't think they are.
Absolutely not. Although, what I will say, I don't know if you saw that. You know that clip that Kenny sent us?
Which one?
About the dog in Darbar Sahib.
Yes.
Whoa. Who brings a dog into Matha Tek and then lets the dog go, man?
That was quite wild. That was quite wild.
How does this stuff happen? But anyway, if you haven't seen it, maybe we'll do a reel on this and Indy will put the thing in and you know how he does the thing. Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll see. Who knows? If not, just search it. Dog in Gurdwara. If not, message Indy. He'll send it to you or something. Fine. Yeah. Okay. And your friend's observation, did the kids take to it well? That's my question.
He thought at this point, okay, they're going to play it. But then he thought, let's get an excuse now going to take my child out of this class because this is not necessary. This isn't it. So he says to his son, Aja, I need to take you to the toilet. And then leaves the class, puts him in the car and goes home. Goes home and tells his wife. His wife said, good, he should continue to go to these classes. He needs some generational trauma. The kids had it too easy. And it's true because we had some traumatic experiences growing up. And she's thinking, come on, man, we need to give him some little roughness in his childhood. So she's like, send him back again. It's fine. It's £2 a class. No problem.
There's various points around there because as a child, you often will respect third-party authority more than your parents. There'll be a certain level of obedience, right? And again, I'm massively generalizing here, but when we think about our parents growing up, you know, there's an element of strictness, talking politely, saying Hanji, you do what you're told, right? Now, I've just had Ikam, and she's not old enough yet for me to tell her off on things. But generally, when we talk about, people talk about the Gen Z and the millennials, and they're saying they're a bit softer now. They don't listen. They don't have obedience, and therefore they don't have discipline, respect. And then I think, well, if you're too softy at home and you're giving out these ninth places or taking part of the council and all that stuff, I get that's important to feel loved. But the thing now that I am a parent, I think more about it's that the real world is very tough. And when the world says no, so for example, you interview for a job and they say, no, you're not good enough. If you've not had any of that type of stuff, that resilience building at some point in your life, and it's just been all being bubbly and mum and dad are doing everything, then I think as parents, you're not doing full job. This is a side point to this point. I think when it comes to doing kind of like exercise and martial arts within the Gurdwara setting, I think it can be a good thing. For example, when we used to do Gataka, it used to be, I think, a 2-hour session. We do an hour of Gataka, then we go upstairs, then we do Vichar and Kirtan, and then we'd have like pizza langar. And that was actually a really good format. So you're doing your physical stuff, then you're discussing the bits of Sikhi, but you're there, maybe you're just there for the Gataka, but then you draw into that bit. Whereas for me, it's a bit of both. I like the physical, because we had a competition at the end of the year, but I like talking about Sikhi and looking at Barney and doing Kirtan, and then there's pizza and chips. So I actually thought that was a great format. It's interesting, man.
That's a good format, but what's that got to do with teaching kids DuckDuckGo? Or DuckDuckGoose, not DuckDuckGo, the website, right? But DuckDuckGoose, what's wrong with that, man? It's just a simple kids game. You don't need to do that. It's okay. You can teach kids the format of a boxing class in a Gurdwara premises without introducing that or shoehorning that in. Your point of saying, let's add in Naam Simram afterwards is cool. I understand that concept. That is separate. Keep it separate. Because instead, these kids are going to go to school and be like, yo, guess what? I got a new game to play. It's called Wahiguru G. And they're going to be like, shut up, you packy, right? Listen, big man, you got to think about the downstream impact of these problems, okay? The downstream impact of those kids being taught this game and thinking it is a new novel game is not good, bruv.
Yeah, definitely. I think intention is important, but yeah, it is creating an element of confusion, and there's better ways to like do it, let's say. Also, I'm going to say a bit of feedback for you. Although you don't say 100% anymore,
yes,
you've started saying big man a lot.
Yes, big man. Yes, that's what I say.
You've been saying a lot. So just be mindful. Yeah? don't replace one phrase with another. I'm gonna get you a top says yes, big man.
Yes, big man.
Not
lesbian. How can I help you?
Interesting. Okay.
Well, that's one.
Go.
Okay. The other one is I need to thank you and your family for introducing me to Exploding Kittens.
Ah, yes.
Bought it over Christmas. Started playing it. This is the evil kitten, good kitten version. People, this is one of the greatest card games I've ever played. So much fun. So much so that me and Sanj started ganging up on Bao as we were playing it. And even though he nearly won every single game, when he's out of the game, he doesn't make a big deal of it. He just puts his cards down, doesn't say anything. And I'm like, are you out of the game? He says yes. And then me and Sanj will jump up and rejoice at the fact that he's out of the game.
See, whether it's Halo, whether it's Exploding Kittens, the common thing is
it translates into everything.
Bal numaro. That's the main thing, huh?
Everybody go after my brother. That's it, boss.
Right.
Boss.
Bal's reaction to the Chunni. That was...
Well, I was going to come to that, actually.
Something.
Yeah.
Well, we'll come to that later, then that's fine. But that was something.
I was just going to whack that on, actually. But thank you for that. People, please play Exploding Kittens. It's a very good game. It is worth your time. You will enjoy every chance of it. However, it takes a bit of time to get used to. So give yourself about a good 30 minutes to get used to the rules and understand strategy. And you can even play it with like relatively old kids. I'd say kids from about 8, 9 onwards. They can understand a little bit of the strategy as well. It's good fun.
We played Tension, which is a game where so you get given there's a statement. And then on this thing, it's a bit like, Family Fortunes. There's 10 things you have to say. There's no clues, there's no description, it's not articulate, heads up. For example, me and Kenny had a round where it was, it's really bloody hard. Mom was like, oh, they're going to kill this. And she was like, I'll do it with you quickly. Things you say in a text, like short things you say in a text. 10 things ago.
You say, yes, okay, thumbs up, thumbs down.
No, like abbreviations, like words which you've shortened. Not emojis.
Okay. LOL.
Yep.
LMFAO. Ruffle.
Yeah.
BRB.
No,
Why can't you say BRB?
it's not on the list. I'm saying there's 10 words. This one's really.
On the list. Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
So there's a list of 10.
LMK.
Let me know. Yeah, that was on there. I didn't get
Let
that
me
far.
know. TBF. TBH.
Yep. Okay, fine. You were doing really well. Me and Kenny, literally, I went lol, and then I went Wagwan, and Mum was reading the card, and she didn't know what Wagwan meant. She's like, what? And I was like, WAG1, Wagwan. And then my sister and Chunni, they were like, how old are you, man? And no one says that. I was like, nah, I used to be thinking of Wagwan, man, Wagwan. Anyways, I said that about 5 times. As time of things going down, then you get more and more frustrated. And one of them was thanks, THX. And I was like,
THX
my
isn't
God.
that. No, I
Do you know what I
didn't
mean?
say that.
Exactly. It's so frustrating. Like I had Avengers characters, right? Actually, that was a better one. Avengers characters, go.
Thor, Iron Man, Hulk,
Yep.
Captain America.
Yeah.
Who else is there? Captain America.
See, big man.
Hang on. Hold on. Black Widow,
Yes, go.
Spider-Man.
I don't think he was on there, but yeah, go on. Yeah, go on.
What he counts, isn't he? Hang on.
I
We're talking
know,
about people
no,
who are
yeah.
in the film or who are actual Avengers.
See,
because
this is
they're in
great
10.
because
if
in
we're
the
doing
game,
strict, if we're
in the
doing strict
game,
Avengers, no.
in
Shut
the
up. If we're doing strict Avengers, right? Okay, there's only 6 or 7, and the other one's Hawkeye, by the way. Yeah.
Hawkeye was on there. Now, what I'm saying is, there's no rebuttal. You can't ask Mom. Like I was like, are the evil characters, the good characters? Like
But if it's saying list 10 Avengers, there aren't 10.
Look, keep going.
All right, fine. I can list out people that emerged out of Infinity War. Okay, you've got Black Panther. You've got Spider-Man, which I've said. You've got
So you're on.
who else
7 or 8,
is there? I'm on 8 or 9 now.
8.
Who else came through the little portal? What's that guy? The Wingwalla.
Ant-Man. Ant-Man was on there.
Not Ant-Man, the Wingwalla.
No, but I'm telling you, Ant-Man's on there.
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
last
but
bloody
the
one.
The Wingwalla.
Yeah, the Wingwalla was not on there. The Kala, he wasn't on there. The last one was Wasp. And it pissed me off.
Oh, Wasp. No, that doesn't count.
Yeah, I was like, that is such a side character, and you're going to give me bloody Wasp. Pissed me off, man. Vision wasn't in there. Scarlet Witch wasn't in there. I was like, this is shit, man. It's a frustrating game. Anyway, it does give you tension, actually. Cause you tension. And then there's one thing where basically if you land on it, if you have to, like Mom will give us the topic and so me and Kenny have to say how many we think we're going to get right in this round. If you get that many right, you move that many paces forward. If you get it wrong, you move that many paces back. If you say you're going to get 5 and you get 4, you go back 5. Tiga? So Mom said that thing. She was like, oh, the short abbreviations in text. And Kenny was like, 6. We got 2. We moved back 6. We lost the game. And that was that. So, tension.
That's a good game. I like it. That sounds good.
Meher also has a game, a bit like the card game we played. You know, that when you go deep.
Yes.
It's called Icebreaker. It's really good. Some like really other different types of questions. Definitely stuff we could play. Definitely.
I like it.
Yeah.
Bring it to our next gathering.
And the other one, Indy, this one was good. You basically ask a question. One person asks a question, and you do 3, 2, 1. Everyone points at who's most likely. You do like a vote. It's like a live vote.
I love it. I mean, you and Sanj and Shindy will just keep voting for me again and again and again. But yeah.
Can
you vote for yourself? Because I'll just vote for me every time. I'll just anticipate that you guys just keep voting for me.
You can vote.
I might seem self-centered, but I'm like, no, I want to get it right.
Now, there's one question, which is, it's out of all of us. Whose like basically whose funeral is going to be the biggest? Like who's going to have the most people at their funeral?
Probably you.
Podcast, innit? Podcast,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
True,
But there's stuff like that, and it was just really interesting. So yeah, we play a lot of board games as well. Anyway, are you done with the confessions?
I got one last one.
Go.
The Chunni on the table. So we tried to decorate my mum's table for Christmas Day. We did it on Christmas Eve. I went in the other room to post the reel. I come out.
Yeah.
Bao, my mum, and Sanj are having not an argument, but a heated discussion about the table decor.
Punjabi people, don't argue, Indy. We have
heated
discussion.
Yeah, it was a heated discussion. And it was one of them was like a chunni that looked like it was Santa's wife's chunni on the table, as Bao called it.
Santa's wife's.
Which is wild. Then the other one was like, Mum found this tablecloth that we use normally, and she just put like a red little thing in the middle, and it looked like an uncle's tie and like a really horrible checkered t-shirt. So we put that one up. And then the last one was actually like semi-Christmassy, but looked like a Chinese buffet. So we went with that. People that didn't see this, you missed out. You got to look at our Instagram stories, man. We put some fire stories up. They're infrequent. They're not every day, but when they're up, better click and have a look. You won't be disappointed. I promise you that much.
True. Yeah, I understand Bal's position
About
come on, it was a Chunni.
about Mrs. Santa. Yeah,
it's definitely Chunni. I mean, there's no.
it looked like a Chunni as well. Yeah. It looked like a full.
Definitely is glittery. It's full of kari. It was what you'd wear on the Jago.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It had that Jago kind of vibe.
maybe my mum and dad bought it for my Jago that never happened.
Oh, okay. You're making a sad sub story. Okay.
No, maybe it's that. Maybe that's why mum had it. She's like, well, I've got to get use out of it somewhere.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Got to ask mum why. Here we go. Might be able to piece some bits together.
It's so funny. I'll tell you what's funnier though. So you got Bal like proper animated, like we are not having food on this Chunni, and then your mum like who just comes back with, no, Bal, it is not a Chunni. Like she's so matter of fact. She's like, it's clearly not a Chunni. Like with this most like articulate Jordan Peterson-esque voice. And I was like, this is brilliant. That's me, ma'am. It was brilliant. And then who's filming you, Sanj?
Sanj, I was in the other room.
Yeah. Sanj loves it.
There you have it. Right, those are mine, mate. On to you.
So, when I am doing the काम, है ना, जैसे कामती जाने हैं, my wonderful, absolutely shining exemplar wife, Shindy, gives me permission to sleep elsewhere, which means she does the night shift with EK in here. ठीक है? Now, Christmas आ गया. We've had Christmas. That period between Christmas and New Year's, we've gone to spend at Meher and Kenny's house in Sore. And so I had to do night shift. And you got to bear in mind that as I have done night shifts as a doctor, so I was like, I've got experience here. I'm experienced banda. EK is really good when it comes to what you expect in a child bathroom. Like she'll have a feed, maybe 11 baje, like a last feed, and then she'll sleep till 3. Then she'll have a feed and a nappy, bit of burping. Burping is really man. You know how easy it was for me to burp you?
You didn't burp me. You tapped me on the back when I was choking. There's a difference.
There's a burp that came out. That's all I'm going to say.
There's a difference, but okay.
There's a burp that came out. Okay, big man, burp that came out. So burping in child, very different. And so that'll happen. And then maybe she'll sleep till 6, another round, and then whatever. So this happened I went one day early with Kenny. So we went to Southall, which you saw in our stories, and got recognized in the bar sub. So we went to Matha Tek. That was interesting, a little side story. So we've done Matha Tek. We're going out. So they have prashad at the back.
They do.
Of the bar sub. And then I'm just, like a line to get prashad. And I see these 2 guys on the floor. Didn't get their names. It's in the bar sub. And I saw one guy, I think it was a younger person, maybe it's his dad. And he was like, and when you catch someone, you're just like, and then so then I got close enough because I was going around the bend, and then I was like, podcast. I thought like, yeah, I knew it was you, yeah, and I was like, you're right, fist bump, prashad, and I was out there.
Yeah.
So that was nice. What was my point? Yes, then we went to watch Ferrari. I don't know if you've seen it. Have you seen it?
Nope.
So this is just an example of when you have your off nights, when you're not involved in any baby duty, you just jam pack it. You completely batch it to the point where nothing else can be done. You just do everything, right? So that was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 nights. I was doing the daddy duty, right? Ratru, helping with the feeds, doing the burping. And every day, man, I was just getting more and more mashed. You do end up sleeping less than normal, obviously, but because she sleeps quite well, you still get the hours, but they're in weird like blocks and they're a bit delayed. Like we used to get like a bit of a sleep in the morning, maybe till like 11 when Meher and Kenny would take EK in the morning. And Holly, every day I was just like, I was like, 2 coffees is not doing this. I can't stay awake. I'm losing my voice. And Shindy's like, welcome to my life every single day. And I was like, I love you. I had so much respect for you. It's gone to a whole different level. When you're off on holiday, you realize that, look, obviously we love Akam, right? We love UK. But when you have a baby, it's full on all the time. Now, one thing that was really good that happened though in that period is, so Kenny May had got her this awesome play mat as a Christmas present. And it's good because like where her feet are, there's a little keyboard, a piano, sorry. And so she touches her feet on it, she kicks it and the music comes on, she got all these toys and stuff. And before, she used to sleep a lot on us. She'd have to be on us to sleep. But now she has a lot of what we call back time. And so that was one good thing. That just meant because EK is not constantly needing our attention, she can be on the mat and we can then go and do other things. So yeah, I got Bamad. I've been at work today, which meant I slept on my own yesterday, which was very nice. Thank you, Shindy. What was really funny also is there was one night where Shindy was messaging me, all right, I'm going to sleep now. And you got the react button. And so I went to react and I meant to put the love heart, but I put the laughing face with the eyes. And so, but you can quickly, and then so in her eyes, it's like, ha ha ha. It's me saying, ha, you're not going to sleep. Then ha ha, good luck sleeping. It's basically how it came across. And I was like, shit. And I was like, no, I meant the love heart. So you can change the react. So change the react to heart. I was like, oh, that's not good. No.
Did she see it?
She did see it. She didn't say anything till next day.
This is similar to like there was a message on Twitter that was going viral, which is the wife texting the husband saying, "Hey, looks like you're out again golfing. Can you bring me home some lunch?"
Right.
And then he wrote back, "Yes, sure thing, Abby." And then he then put the asterisk after baby, and then he saw a typing bubble and he just typed, "Ooh, here we go." He was ready for the Clara afterwards.
Yeah. So,
because Abby and baby, if you type it quickly, you can see how it does do that. So yeah,
bro, I tried to type Akam to you yesterday. What, did it come out as Iman or something?
Yeah.
Remember, I was like, okay, fine. He knows what I'm talking about. So yeah.
So you were laughing at her, and did she ever go at you after?
No, next day she was like, "You're laughing, did you? It's changed to a heart, did you?" I was like, "Look, it's a complete accident. Right next to each other. My fingers are quite big, and I'm not very good. I use one finger when I'm on the phone." But yeah, big respect, man, to mums and parents that do night shifts. It's not easy, man. It really isn't easy, and yeah. So anything you can do to help. What's funny is, I said to Shindy, I was like, "Look, we obviously need to pod, right? We need to pod Seva." And so I batched
this is not Seva.
Yeah, look, the comments we get, right? People, we're not getting paid. Free da kam hai, okay? People helping. Yeah, so I do work gym and pod on Monday because then it frees up more evenings to be with help with Shindy. So Shindy knows this and she's agreed to this. That's very important to understand. Shindy knows this and has agreed to it. I get home today, she's like, "Oh, I didn't realize you were doing the gym and the pod." I was like, "We had this conversation. It's on my calendar. You have access to my calendar. Like, outside of giving you a daily reminder, like, I don't understand what you want me to do. You've agreed to this." She's like, "I wish you were around more." And I was like, "I am for the rest of the week. It's just today." And then I took EK. So what I did do on the way back from gym, I got a share box of the cheesy bites from McDonald's. She got back. She tucked into those. I was like, got to neutralize that anger, right? That's really important. Took EK, ta. That means patting on the back. Did some part with her. Out. I was like, there you go. Daddy amazing. Now I'm going to set up for the pod. Haven't had roti. Jumped in the shower. Was here early today, 2 minutes before.
You were. I was very, very happy. Thank you.
I got it done today, man. I'm telling you. That's it. Daddy. Oh, and I sing this song so much and my family is so annoyed. There's this song from, I think it's the 80s or 70s. Daddy cool.
That's a good song. I love that song.
Daddy cool. But I sing it to EK all the time. I was like, yeah, daddy cool. And yeah, I was just, Shindy's just, the thing is, the child can smell milk on the mother, which means it's harder for her to sleep on Shindy. So it looks
always
like
smelling milk.
She'll be like, they just know it. They smell. They don't see. When a child first breastfeeds, they go to the nipple because they smell it, not because they see the nipple. Which is why when they breastfeed, yeah, it's very, I know you love anything related to breast talk.
Hey, I didn't start this conversation. You did. And I don't.
Bro.
I'm just curious.
Bro,
but carry on, please.
You definitely are curious about emptying people's mammary glands and things and pipes. So when you're
Clearly
breastfeeding, what they show you is when the baby's there, they actually take the baby's nose to the breast, and then they try and put onto nipple for the latch. That's how they do it. They don't. It's not. And this is what's really interesting. It's not nipple feeding. It's called breastfeeding. So it's not just about that. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. But
Okay.
Little side story actually. I forgot. I was going to put this on the list today, but I forgot to put it on there. So somebody was around us speaking in Punjabi. No lie. They said, they go, nipple lendi hai ki nahi? And I was there and I was like, I'm not sure if I heard this correctly. I was like, what? And this person kept talking and it kind of just got lost in translation. Everyone was like, and he goes, nipple lendi hai ki nahi? And then mom came in and mom was like, Hanji, dummy use kar diya. And so afterwards I was like, is that what you call dummy? Punjabi? Nipple? And they were like, yeah. Back in the day, because it looks like a nipple. Because I thought he was asking, does
Are you
she breastfeed?
breastfeeding?
Right? And I was like, that's a really intrusive question, man. I'd just be like, yeah, cha pani, yes, samosa, bahut great. And nipple lendi hai ki nahi? And I was like, it's a bit like, mother dudh pindi ki nahi? Mother dudh is obviously a little less. That came from Dadi. And I was like, Mom, like, what's this? And Mom was like, no. It means dummy. That's dummy in Punjabi, apparently, because it looks like a nipple. Who knew?
That's crazy, man. I never knew that at all. Jeez, that is very invasive.
Yeah. Well, you know, to this point, we found that Punjabi is very invasive. Online chat kardi, right? Mittani shatri, chitte suit te daag pੈ ਗਏ. Tu sex karda ki nahi? Like, Punjabi is the most penetrative language.
Whoa, pause.
It just goes 0 to 100. To give you another example, I wrote this down. You know that thing we did about Chapair and Thappar, right? There was someone in there.
Thappar and Lappar.
Thappar and Lappar. Good. Which ones were Shindy? Recap?
Shindy.
Indy.
You call me Shindy, but okay.
I did.
Thappar
Hey
is
guys,
forward,
it's Indy.
Lappar is back.
Yeah.
1, 2, 1, 2. That's what you did.
See, he remembers it now. I love how you put that video out of me saying I'm you as well. You just loved it, didn't you?
Listen, someone put up. Do you know who it was?
Go.
It was a guy on an Instagram story. You've been messaging him back and forth on comments. Rana. He's based in America. He's
the pediatric nurse, I want to
nurse.
say?
Yeah.
Manrana?
And
Yeah.
And his story was like bearded men show it, and it had that little thing. And I was like, well, me and Garen have beards. So I put up a picture of me, and then I thought, I don't have like an up-to-date good picture of Garen. I was like, do I use this video now? Fuck it, let's use it now. And then there you go, done.
Hey guys, Indy. Made his day. He's like, I want to be Indy. I'm Indy.
You do, and it's okay. It's all right.
You do.
Okay.
You do.
You want to
My
be disliked
confession.
by other people. It's okay. It's all right.
My ultimate confession is I want to be just like Indy.
There you go. That's what it
Sanj,
is.
not really.
Lies.
But yeah, so shout out to Harminder who commented there, and he said, right, well, how do you say this in Punjabi, Indy? I want to. What's funnier? Asking you to do that or asking you to translate it? I'll ask you to translate it. Ready? Indy? But teri shilla dani hai.
Shilikia?
Exactly. Right. Indy jira santra orange. Edi shilla de.
You want me to peel it? Peel the skin?
Yes. So when we say Punjabi, Indy, but teri shilla deni hai. What does that mean?
I'm going to peel your skin off.
Yes.
Big man. What?
It's so extreme. You know, basically, he was talking about how people say things. He's like, "Tenu chapair bande hai." He goes, "My parents used to say, teri shilla deni hai."
Shit.
Yeah, I remember my daddy back then. She's like, "Tusi mere law pinne, you drink my blood."
Yeah, you
That's a blood.
That's a
Yeah.
classic. That's a classic.
It's like Punjabi is just like, you see what I mean? Punjabi is so penetrative, man. It's just like 0 to 100. Like it's just, there's no in between, man.
Straight up.
Those are my confessions.
There you go. Don't go coughing away. Right, next segment. Hanji Pajis. So, Karan.
The plural of Pajis.
Yes.
Just say Hanji Paji, man. That's
Hanji, Pajis and Benjis. Hanji.
gender inclusive. Very good. In the
Thank you. Thank you.
Jaga.
Right. Give me a question.
Do you know what the real meaning? Do you know? मैं किन्ना बड़ा पद मारिया. Do you know?
मैं तेरी मस्टैंग लेगी.
नहीं, मैं तेरे लिए मस्टैंग ले लिया.
Oh, fuck.
Just stop it.
I tried.
Just feminizing Diljit, man. Your wife is not going to be happy.
No, but he was saying it to the girl. Doesn't that make sense?
You know what's funny? You're like, stay lily.
Yeah, but hang on. Didn't he say he got it for the girl? Doesn't that make sense?
He's buying it, not she.
No, but what if you're buying it for her?
It's okay. I'm still doing the buying.
Fuck's sake. All right.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Chalo, okay.
Why a white flag? I give up. No more Punjabi.
Everything's done. Everything bond. Go on. Get on now. Go on. Tell me more. Do I know?
Do you know what is the meaning of Galabat?
What is Galabat?
All right. Indy? Galabat kari hai ki nahi?
Did you have a chat?
You want a Galabat with me?
Oh, this is from the Haroon reel. Because you said Galabad. And someone said, no, it's called Galabad.
Yes, but that's not what I'm getting at here.
Okay.
So, again, speaking to Mum. Mum is a fountain for
all
Punjabi,
the knowledge.
Yeah, Punjabi stuff, man. And I think I was showing her, or was telling her the clip about Mitta and Shatri. And she's like, yeah, everything's innuendo. And I was like, okay, what else, Mum? She's like, well, Galbat goes back to in the Pind. You couldn't talk about doing naughty things in front of the elders, right? And so they had to work out a secret code where you're basically saying something which seems really innocent, but it's not about something innocent.
Is this how they came up with all those dirty lyrics in Bhangra songs?
Perhaps. Clearly, Sherry Man,
Babbu Man,
and Babbu Man, all the Mans got to get, maybe not Gurdas Man.
Gurdas Man probably has a dirty bone in him as well, man. Let's be honest.
I'm trying to think. I don't think so.
Sure, we can find some. Sorry, carry on.
Guys, if you find a dirty Gurdas Man lyric, please post it. What I will say...
comment it and tell us. That'd be great.
Comment kar do. So, Galabat means if you're in front of elders, it's a way of saying, should we just go and get jiggy with it?
Really?
Yes, really. So, Galabat kari hai? Utte jaake.
Yeah, but surely parents clock onto that.
No.
Because what does Galabad mean, like in straight Punjabi? No innuendos.
Chat, yeah.
Oh, chat.
Yeah, it's not chirps.
Oh,
it's not chirps. Yeah, she's going to chat.
We know that it means chirps.
I think, look, obviously this was like back at inception point. Everyone knows now. So if you say galan batein karni, katthe galan batein karni, khet jaake, you're going to go in the field and galan batein. Don't bloody think so. Chat jaake, toilet jaake, othe jaake, ethe baike galan baat kar. Daddy, tusi dekha na? Nahi. Oh, galan batein nahi karniyan si. No. No, it's basically galan batein is original Punjabi Netflix and chill. Ehe gall hai. You get me?
I actually am so shocked. Okay, I didn't know that.
Right, you need to be chilling on the couch with Sanj. Just turn to her with your best Punjabi and be like, मैं तेरे लिए B class ले लिया, गल्ला बातें करनी है.
मैं तेरे what?
मैं तेरे लिए B class लेता. गड्डी तेरी. SLA चल SLA कह दे. मैं तेरे लिए SLA लेता. गल्ला बातें करिए.
You struggled.
I was thinking about how to stitch it. I was like, this is not easy. This is not easy. So
I think that would give her the what's that term the kids say? Oh yeah, the ick. Okay.
Yeah, but number one, don't use your crappy Punjabi in my perfect Diljit. Okay?
Yes.
Don't mix the two. That's what will come back.
Yes, it will. Straight up.
Imagine though. Imagine this. You rock Diljit Pug. Okay, you get it down, right? Then you learn the lyrics to his song like proper. and you
No,
drop that.
Karan, one day Diljit's going to be like me. That's the difference. That's the difference, mate.
You heard it here. You heard it here first.
Relax,
you heard it here
relax.
first.
Relax.
You heard it here first.
Keep calm.
This is the guy. He has so much nafrat, right, for Sanjay's love of Diljit. We will get a phone call and say Diljit wants to come on the podcast. Relax, big man. Relax. I'm like, Indy, we need to respond. Lay away. Don't worry. It's not going anywhere.
Give it a few hours, bro. Give it a few hours.
I'm like,
listen. You have to see. You have to be less available than what they would want. Okay.
Scarcity, right?
You
Stop
need to
reading
give them a
the rules of
feeling
power.
that you are in demand and busy.
Yeah. Stop reading the rules of power. Okay. Bas karon.
It's the greatest rule of power ever. Okay.
Remember the one I sent you, and you're like, "This is exactly you."
Yes, it is.
Get others to do your work for you. Karan, this is you.
The just got a mummy mindset.
Indy's one was what was it? Entrap people by using bait. And I was like, oh, this is predator mode again for Indy.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't do that, but something like that. So yeah. Okay, fine. Gadlabat. Right, got it. We're at the turn of the new year. You might have noticed a lot of people were celebrating their birthday on the 1st of January, namely elders. Have you noticed this is a trend? Have you noticed over the years why this is?
I understand now. You told me this off air, and I was like, bro, I know absolutely no one with a birthday. I do know one person, he's a Kala. He's not Punjabi. You're on about when people moved here and the passport thing, and everyone was like, oh, 1st of January, that's what you're on about, right?
Why do people spread that out over time? This is what I don't understand. Like, you could have chosen any day of the year, any month.
I think that's where you're getting it wrong. I don't think they chose.
So somebody just said, you haven't got a birth certificate, so we're just going to give you the 1st of January.
Yeah.
That's
I think
stupid.
like, I know it's stupid. For example, my dad's birthday, the month and the day are swapped on his passport. It's not his
That's
birthday.
been processed incorrectly then.
Yeah. But when he came from India, like, you just haven't changed it.
My dad has 3 birthdays, but yeah, okay.
How have we not talked about this? How can some one man see? He's not one man, is he? He's not one man. I mean, there's CSK, there's Batman CSK, there's Spider-Man CSK. Tell me how one man, the CSK, International Don Pradhan, has 3 birthdays, please. This is better than the question you had, man. Why do you say this is... Why does dad have 3 birthdays? That is the question.
Because it comes up. All right, so this is what happened.
Go.
Dad was born, and my dad is one of 5. Okay? Dad's the 4th child. After him comes his youngest brother, or the youngest of the family,
right?
Who arrived 2 years after. So my papa wanted him and my dad to go to school in the same year to look after each other.
Give people reference. What is papa? It's not often used.
What?
The term papa, I know you're using your family, but what is it? Traditional word for that?
Oh, granddad. Dad's dad.
Dada, yeah?
Yeah.
Carry on.
Shit, sorry. I never knew that. Oh, my bad. I thought it was more common than most. Okay, fair.
Papa traditionally is used for dad.
Yeah.
Father. Papa in English.
Very fair. So, yeah, he said, I want the 2 of them to go to school in the same year so they can look after each other. So he made my chacha 1 year older. He made my dad 1 year younger and registered them in the same year. No one really registered the fact that they were born close together or anything like that. So in his India documents, his birthday is listed 1 year younger than he actually is.
So
1 year.
Birthday.
No. Yeah, it's 1 year younger. In the ledger that my papa has is a completely different birthday because he used to write down. Birthday. Yeah, he used to write down everyone's birthday date in like a book. We got the book at my mum and dad's house. In there, he's got a birthday which is 22nd of Feb.
Right.
But the one that he gave my dad was the 10th of Feb. And then when my dad came to England, he had the different one, which is the 10th of Feb with the correct year he was born in.
Oh, it's a hybrid.
So he's got the 10th of Feb. 10th of Feb 53 is actually his birthday. The one that was given in the documents to go to school was 10th of Feb 54.
Right.
His actual birthday he was born on, according to the ledger, is the 22nd of Feb 1953.
And which one do you celebrate?
1954.
On the 10th.
Sorry, wait, no, I've got that wrong. No, we celebrate the one that makes him the eldest. Yeah, so this year he's going to be 70. So we celebrate 54. There you go.
You celebrate 54.
We celebrate the 54, which means, yeah, he made my dad a year younger. So then he made him 55. There you go. So 10th of Jan, 55. 22nd of Jan. Sorry, what am I saying?
Bro, you go from Jan to February now?
Yeah. 10th of Feb, 1954 is his passport. 10th of Feb, 1955 is his India school document.
Yeah.
22nd of Feb, 1954 is his real birthday that no one celebrates.
No one celebrates. Apart from him. I bet he celebrates.
He doesn't.
He goes,
he doesn't.
He goes, "Main India Jana, that's it."
Literally, he goes every Feb. I'm like, you haven't spent it with us for how many years?
There you go, mate. He knows.
And this year's the 70th, so we'll be doing something. I just talked to you about that off air, actually. We need to have a chat, me and you. So yeah, we will dissect that after this.
I'm just going to tell you now, with witnesses, podcast be listening, I'm not performing. I'm not singing.
It's not that. It's not
doing
that.
podcasting.
Relax. It's not that.
Am I going to be one of his sons on the night? Is that going to happen again?
Maybe.
Is he going to know who I am?
He'll be like, Hanji Shota.
Rota siga ya chota singer siga. That would have been funny. If he said chota bola, singer ya rota. That would have been so funny.
Yeah, that would have been funny, man.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, going back to the topic, the example I've given right there shows how confusing it is to have parents to have different birthdays. But why did the government assign everybody the 1st of January 19 whatever it was?
Unity.
You know what
they thought?
You don't actually know the answer, do you?
Galson, they were like, another taran vich na sare Singh, one, no goth, no surname, unity, Khalsa. So we'll give them all the same birthday as well. So they'll feel like one.
What about the ladies?
Duck, duck, go.
Duck, duck, goose, you idiot.
I'm mixing it up, man.
What about the ladies then? Why are they the same day as the men?
Because all equal in Sikhi, man.
Oneness.
There you go. It's British government. British government. Inni revolutionary thinking soch. Is taram dena. You don't need to celebrate. Sare katthe ho ke tusi Van Sukhmani sahab katthe ho ke Van Khand Part sare katthe kar lo. That's it. That's it. Ho gaya na kam?
Anybody that has an answer for that, please let us know in the comments. I'll be intrigued to know your thoughts, but I don't think there's a linear explanation for this. It sounds quite what's the word, thrown together, and they just thought, yeah, we'll go with that with everyone.
Yeah, what I'd like to see, brown.
What I'd like to see is the census data over time to show how many people were born across the year, and you'll see this big ass spike for the 1st of January, and then the rest of them just come down to like a baseline.
You got any more questions?
No, I don't. Have you?
I've just thought of one actually, which
I
was going to say was quite funny. So you'll probably have to say this back so you get it. I am the brother of Meher. Okay?
Correct.
Kenny is my brother-in-law.
Correct.
What does Kenny call me in Punjabi?
There isn't a word for it.
There is. What's the word? Why did I ask you otherwise?
There isn't a word for it that I am aware of. It's a better answer.
Okay, interesting then. So let me work this out. You've got a sister.
Aren't you his Saley or something?
Wow, that's a gal. And again, you get your genders wrong again. Sala. Why is it Saley, man? Like, just come on, man. Just if in doubt, put A at the end. What's wrong with you?
I don't know why I said that.
You're just so conditioned to the female.
Okay, all right, hang on. Aren't you a Salah or something?
Correct. So you do know the word.
No, but I thought that's a rude word.
No. Okay, yeah, good. This is Saleyia.
Okay, there you go.
Which is why me and Kenny have this ongoing thing. He'll be like, "Did you say Saleh or Saleyia?" It's Saleh. Yeah, Saleyia. Like, yeah, but he's like, because if you have a pause, Saleyia means come here, Salah or Salah, right? But he's like, he's not. I know he's not doing that. He's like Saleyia. You see, he puts it together, makes it sound like there's a pause. There's no pause. I know what he's doing. It is a rude word like that. But Salah, my Salah is my brother-in-law, but that way. What is he to me though? He's not my Salah. This is where Punjabi is interesting.
He to you?
Because reverse rishta. What do you call Hops's husband?
My brother has a very good, what's the word, phrase for this? He's like, what do I call him? Bastard. That's what you meant to call him. Because he married your sister. I'm like, fucking hell, all right, mate. Chill. Jesus.
Sorry, do you call Hops's husband?
No, we don't. It's a joke, basically.
That's
the person
not a
that
funny
marries
joke,
your
pal.
sister is meant to be that.
Well, it's not a funny
There you
joke,
go.
man.
That's what he said. He said
Stop
that to
people
me
getting
many
fights.
years ago. Many years
So
ago.
what do you call?
Jija.
Right, so Jija is correct. But there is another word I've learned. Ready?
Go on.
Bhaiya.
That just sounds bare Hindufied.
Right? But here's the best one. Kenny's mum told me this one. Punoiya.
What?
Punoiya. Yeah. I'd never heard of it. I kept going to Kenny. Kenny's my Punoiya. Punoiya.
It sounds like you're saying Pinocchio, but okay.
Yeah. Punoiya. It's just a new word. And I was like, wow, this is like it's very rare I actually come across a real saying that. I should have done a story on this. Kenny has intricate Punjabi knowledge. He's like a Punjabi thesaurus when it comes to bedding.
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus. I'm a thesaurus kind of guy.
No. Fuck off. No. It's thesaurus. Say it properly or don't say it at all, please.
Okay, all right,
This does not get changed.
All right, thesaurus. Right, just that's not the funny bit.
Got it.
I just said it, thesaurus.
No. Thesaurus.
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 Thesaurus. Oh, you're saying not thesaurus. Not thesaurus. Not thesaurus. Thesaurus. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, all right, big man.
Fucking hell.
Right. Just you're missing the point now. What is a blanket in Punjabi?
Gumball.
Sort of.
Oh, damn it. I thought I'd smash that.
What's a duvet?
Rajai.
Good. So what's it? Okay, yeah, fine. So your blanket is correct, but it depends on the material it's made of. It's a kambal if it's made out of wool.
Okay.
This is how specific it can get. Right. The duvet, the rajai, the thing that covers it, what is that called?
Sheeta.
Ready? Galaf.
Galaf.
It's like glass. Galaf.
Acha.
What do you call collectively all the bedding?
Don't know.
Bistra.
Huh?
Bistra.
Bistara. Acha.
Yeah.
Why don't you ask Kenny about his 800 threaded sheets?
Yeah.
Do you know
learn
how
about that.
premium that shit is? I was in John Lewis the other day with Sanj and we were looking around and I was like, let me try and look for these 800 thread sheets. They don't even stock them, mate. Yeah. In John Lewis, they don't stock them. John Lewis don't stock them. They stock 400.
Double it, mate. This is Kenny we're talking about. He likes premium. Kenny is so premium. He went to get jogging trainers for jogging, right? Went to the store and they did a gait assessment. Do you know what gait means?
Yeah, how you run and how your foot hits the floor.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a medical term. It means how you walk, basically, and how you, exactly, locomotion, how you walk and run. He had a gait assessment. This is what Usain Bolt has. This is like professional. They mold your foot, and he took about 3 hours doing it. He's never gone for a run, by the way, but he had a professional gait assessment. Bought 3 different pairs of trainers.
Yeah, but this is the same Kenny who, whenever his trainers get creased, he buys new ones.
Yeah, it's
Kenny. Mad. I'm like, just iron them out. It's okay. The creases go.
No, I was once with Kenny, and we were setting up for a pod upstairs, and I think I needed a certain cable, and he's like, I don't know where it is. I was like, oh, okay. So I was like, what's your system for like where you put wires? He's like, I don't have one. I just buy 10, and then I just keep losing them, and I just buy another 10. And I was like, okay, Ken, a good system, man.
10, you know. Fucking hell.
That might be a big exaggeration, maybe 5. But the point is, that's Kenny's system. He's like, yeah, just get lots of them. Something will be around.
That sounds like your idea of hell. I'm surprised you haven't optimized it.
Yeah. Oh, I had a thought today about optimization. Over Christmas, I saw a clip of the Half-Blood Prince. Do you know when Harry's... You've seen it, yeah? Right. Do you know when Harry's in potions class and he gets the book, the copy that he doesn't want, the tattoo on him and Ron fight over, and he opens it, and obviously we don't know at this point, but it's Snape who's done the annotations where it's like, don't chop it, squeeze it and all that kind of stuff. That's me. I've realized that's what I do. I take things, I test them, I analyze it, and then I produce like a manual to help others when they come to doing it. It's mainly for myself. I have like a whole folder called How To, but it's mainly me telling myself how to do it. You know, Michael in The Office, when he has that video for Holly, and he's telling himself, calm down. He's in the dancing, right? It's like I have videos like that. Like, you're going to think this. It's not this. Do this now. It's just me talking.
I listened to a podcast today, and I think this would turn you on. Okay. So listen to this. All right. You can email yourself in 10 years' time to receive an email from you today. I think this is something you would do.
You can email yourself. Say it again.
You can send an email to yourself to arrive in 10 years' time from a website. You can't see what you put in as a one-time application. You can't go back and look at your sent items. It just gets sent to you in 10 years' time. Or you could do it annually.
That's not a bad idea. I might do that on my birthday or the turn of the year.
I had a feeling you would do this to yourself, so enjoy it.
Something quite similar to that happens in the office. You remember when Dwight gets a fax from future Dwight, which is really from Jim?
Yeah.
At 8 a.m. this morning, somebody poisons the coffee.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man, that's pretty good.
I knew that would make you horny.
That really doesn't make me happy. Also, so one of my very good friends, avid listener of the podcast, shout out to Raghav Gupta. Me and Raghav went to primary school together, reconnected recently. Listened to our podcast and said, I think personalized paper is a great idea. Where are you going to get it? And are you going to get a crest made and a stamp of it? This whole chat about it. And I was like, thank you.
Raghav, I can tell you're Karan's friend. Okay. That's what I'm going to say. I can tell you're Karan's friend because if I were your friend, I'd ridicule the hell out of you.
He's like, it's meaningful, it's thoughtful. You send someone a thank you note. He gets it, right? Look, Sanj and I have had this discussion. You're not in the Finer Things Club. Okay, you gym in this.
I don't want to be in the Finer Things Club.
You stay outside. You be a lesbian Jatt. Okay,
Karan. You're the one that says to me, I don't want to be in the Finer Things Club. Yeah, right. I'm the guy who got you to upgrade your camera life. I'm the guy who found us on Riverside and moved us to a platform that had better streaming recording quality. So put that Finer Things analogy and shove it up your bond. Yeah, I am of the finer things that matter to me. There you go.
Oh, matter to me. I'm frugal.
Yeah, see, look at that. I'm using a Karanism. Look at me, right? How does it feel to be in or reversed?
The Saleyia. Things you mentioned. That's the correct use of the term. See? That's derogatory. Those things don't put you in the Finer Club. They're not. Having personalized paper it's a different thing, man. It's a different
I'm
thing.
In the Indie Club.
Those are guys. Indy has this habit of talking about himself in third person, and it's brilliant. When he goes into that mode, it's so good to watch.
Yes, because when I do it, I mean it.
yeah, you really do mean it. So to round out this segment, 800 thread count, really, really high thread count, intricate knowledge of bedding. Speak to Kenny, and he's my Punoiya, and I'm his Sala. There you go.
There you go. Right, last segment.
Cool.
Let me tell you what's happening, Karan. So, Galason Potter, please. What you guys see, Akaash Singh?
Woo-woo!
So, we haven't caught up since pre-Christmas, and I saw him the week of Christmas, I think. Yes, the week of Christmas. So that was fun. But Akaash is low-key, I think he's probably top of the Brown comedy game right now.
Wow. Big praise, man.
Yeah.
Just give people an idea. Who's in your remit of Brown comedians?
Paul Chowdhury, etc. Like those guys who've been around the block a few times.
So Paul and Russell, you're going to say he's... Akaash,
I'd say
he's saying he's hot right now.
Okay, no. Russell, no. Because Russell's in like a different echelon now. He's doing comedy for all types of people across all parts of the world.
You mean pure Brown comedy? I don't think Paul does that.
Brown.
Paul does not. Paul's isn't all Brown.
Yeah, but Paul uses the word Benchworth so much that you can't not attribute him towards that.
Okay, fine.
So he is in that bucket, unfortunately. Now,
you think Akaash is the hottest right now? Is that what you're saying?
I think he's the hottest, but I think he's probably the most ingenious with it because I watched him and I was actually really impressed with how he delivered his bars, how he did like a little bit of local stuff. He did some really good crowd work. And he wasn't picking on people either, man. He even said to people in the audience, like, listen, if you don't like the stuff I'm doing, just do this, which is just put your hand under your neck and just shake it a few times. And I'll move on. He said, I'm not here to make your life uncomfortable. I'm just here to have fun. And he kept it all respectful. He said a couple of religious jokes, which had me absolutely dying. And people in the crowd were unsure whether to laugh, but I was like amplifying it up because I was like, yo, you hit the nail on the head with this. No, I was crying. I was crying. I was like, this guy went for it.
You got an example?
Oh, what did he say? He said some stuff about like, he said a couple of things about Sikhi and Islam, which made me proper cry of laughter. I can't remember what it was, and if I try and say it now, it's not going to translate. But it was genius the way he delivered it.
Okay.
So very impressive. I think hopefully he'll come back to the UK again. But yeah, man, super impressed. It's good to see him smashing things up and doing his thing. And I look forward to him coming back to the UK again. Part of the Flagrant Schultz gang. If you told me at the start of last year I was going to see Akaash and Schultz and not have to leave London, I would have said to you, that's not happening. What are you talking about? And it all came true.
You mean leave London as in somewhere not in the UK? They won't go anywhere. They're not going to go.
Yeah. I thought I would have to go to them, like in America.
Yeah. America. That's good. Let's get him on the pod.
I'd love to. Hopefully one day he comes on. Akaash, if you're seeing this, bro, invitation's always welcome. I do. And next bit was my lovely wife blamed me for us going to the wrong venue. There are 2 venues named the same place that Akaash's event was at. Let me just find you the name of it, actually, because I want to get my point across. It's very clear. Very important that I get this right.
There's only one Hammersmith Apollo.
So it's called the Lyric Theatre. There are 2 Lyric Theatres. There's one in Hammersmith and there's one in Soho.
Distance to that is, please?
I work in Central, so it's closer for me to go to the Lyric Theatre in Soho than it is for me to go to Hammersmith because I have to go west. So I looked at the one that Sanja put in the diary, and she wrote that one in.
Sanja put it in the diary.
I think
just be clear.
Sanja put it in the diary.
No. Who put it in the diary? Commit now, Sung. Come on.
Here's what happened. She had the tickets. So she put it in the diary, and she put it in the diary in the Lyric Theatre. And she kept saying, it's Lyric Theatre in Hammersmith. It's the one in Hammersmith. I said, okay, cool. It's the one in Hammersmith.
And
she said it, and it's in the calendar.
Right.
Fine. So I get to West London. She's had a stressful day at work. She's not having a good time. Eventually, she makes her way across to West London. And I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, I'm just going to get to Wagamama. I'll get a table. We'll have some food. We'll go and eat. And we'll then go and see Akaash. Sorted. I take a seat and I just think, well, how far is it from here to the venue? So I looked at the venue and I was thinking, okay, let me just double check the tickets one time just to be sure.
Right.
And she sent me screenshots of the tickets. And when I looked at the tickets and Chunnied in, it said Lyric Theatre and the postcode didn't match. And I thought, hold on, what's going on here? Then I looked, it was the one in Soho. I thought I was working near there today. Why couldn't I have just stayed there instead of me trekking all across West London? I tell her this if she's getting out the station so she doesn't tap out and she saves money. Go downstairs. And she's angry at me the whole time, saying, you can't fucking do this right. You can't do this right. And I'm thinking, this isn't my fault. But equally, I know you've had a rough day, so I'm going to let you have this little free hit at me now, because this is fine.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is fine. But just know, in a few weeks' time, this is going on the pod, and you're going to sound like a right mug. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay, if Sanj had a rebuttal, what would it be? Yes.
The rebuttal would probably be, well, you should have checked the tickets yourself, to which I'll say, I didn't have the tickets, you had them. And she actually did, because she purchased them. So she had the ticket info. She was probably expecting me to double check her homework on the day, but I'm thinking if I do that, am I not undermining you in your authority and your correctness?
As the organizer. Yeah.
Which I don't want to do because I know that's really horrible to do.
Yeah. I mean, and she's the organizer, man. She's the other half of me. So sorry, Sanja, you got to take the hit here. He's followed the rules. He's done what he needs to do. He's highlighted the mistake. Well, we had a small interlude between segments and we've just found out you did something that you thought Sanj wouldn't see, and now she has seen it. So that's not very good, is it?
I didn't do anything bad. Relax. Let's not make this out to be a big thing, yeah?
Not a big one. You're coming in with the chair, are you? The chair in a good position, is it?
Look at you, Lucy. Look at you saying big man now all of a sudden, yeah?
I'm doing it, troll you.
Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
I thought it was funny, man, just going to see Akaash and having that interaction with Sanj. I then, a few people would see me in the queue, so I was queuing up to go around. They're like, Indy, podcast. I was like, yeah, cheers. Thank you, bro. I shook hands. I said hi. And then the next day, people were messaging us saying, I saw you there, but I didn't know whether to say hi or like the moment had gone. And I just messaged people back saying, if you want to say hi, it's cool. Just nudge me. It's fine. Like, there's no issues at all.
Hey, Indy.
Yeah.
Hey, Indy, this is a tupper. Ta.
Yeah.
Hey, Indy, can I give you a lupper? Ta.
What was funnier was I was coming out the exit and there was one guy who was looking back like a few times and he's standing at the door
The look
on
in
the
it, it's
way
the look
out.
thing.
Yeah, he's looking and then he's standing there, he turns around, he's waiting and I'm like, either he's looking for me or someone else, but I've got to think it's not me.
Past you. You always
And
think it's
then
past
he
you.
stops me, he's like, podcast. I was like, yeah, cheers. He's like, love it, bro. I was like, thank you, man. Thank you. Cheers. So yeah, that's it. Just kept it moving.
Okay. All right, cool. Fair enough. It depends how much time you have. But
No,
for me,
I
it's
kept
always,
it moving because we were all being ushered out the venue.
Yeah,
so.
fair play.
Yeah.
What I like to do when that happens is, what do you love about the podcast? I want to know. Are you a real thing, or are you just, is it you've been
Are
swiping
you
and you just
consuming
recognize
clips,
a person?
or are you watching the ting?
No, not even that. I don't mind if you consume the clips and not the full pod. It's more, do you see the clip and just scroll past and you've just seen us in scrolling rather than actually, watching the reel? That's what I'm trying to work out. What do you love specifically? On that note, I was in Boots recently. This is the only thing I present about not living in London. If I lived in London,
I think you said this and someone noticed you in Boots who was the cashier.
Yeah. Have I said it on the podcast?
No, you said it on the podcast already.
Oh, shout out to Theoden again. But I think my RR, the RR like we had in COVID? Not that RR though.
The R
recognition.
Number.
Yeah, the recognition rate. That's what I'm on about here. I think my recognition rate would be much higher if I was in London.
Probably would be, yeah. It would be.
I mean, it's just don't have the same intensity of population here indeed. I need to.
There we go.
Do you know what I mean?
What's your, what is actually happening with you?
I did some bad parenting.
Oh.
It's changing a nappy, right? And what's funny, I think right now, when Chunni and I were doing NCT classes, there was one class where we're doing the practical elements. So it was like, how do you hold a baby, breastfeeding for ladies, and changing a nappy. So on the nappy station, obviously it's just a plastic dummy. Shindy, to make it more realistic, was like moving the lat, but not like a little bit. It was like in your face, ta. He's like, yeah, come on, change a nappy. You've only got one eye. You can't see anything. Blindfolded, change a nappy, Karte. Come on, you should know how to do it. And I was like, Shindy, just calm down, man. I need to learn the basics first before you make it advanced, right?
She was being realistic.
It's basically like, when you go and you play that little basketball game, right? She's gone straight to level where it's like moving like this. And I'm just like, let me just get my hand in and just be like, this goes here, this goes here.
Let me get the groove.
Right? Anyway, so what can sometimes happen is when the child feels relaxed because you've opened the nappy, more stuff can come, right? So I've opened EK's nappy, right? I'm like, okay, it's wet. There's no poo. Excellent. I'm just about to do the clean. EK starts to wee. Mid nappy change. What do you do, Indy? So
You got his hand in front.
So what do you do with the nappy? No, you don't put your hand in front of the wee. Bloody hell, mate. No, you don't stop the pani with your hand. It'll go through your hand. What do you do? Think practically now. What should you do? You've got a nappy there.
Well, you may as well just put the nappy in front and just capture it.
Right? So you lift the nappy to form the shield so the wee hits the nappy. Right?
Yeah.
But in a panic, because this has never happened before, I lifted EK's legs, so she started weeing on herself. And Shindy was like, what are you doing? And I was like, because this has never happened, it instant kicked in. This is complete self-preservation. I was like, I don't want to wee on me. So I just lifted EK. She's bare chilled. And so this parshard was like going on. I'm like, oh shit. She's like, well, we had a nappy change. Now she needs to be washed. Well done. And I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah. So that, yeah.
Fucking hell, got it.
Because I can see it. Let me just, I've got this little prop here, right? So the parshard is coming from here. All I had to do, because the nappy is down, I just had to do that. Oh shit.
Yeah.
I had to just lift the nappy up. That's all I had to do. Right. But no, lift the thumb up, ta, and then just like, oh, okay, now she's weighing on herself and she's all happy, play. She's happy, daddy's scared and Shindy's angry. So there
Daddy's scared and mummy's angry at daddy.
Yeah. So I was like, Shindy, so it's all learning, isn't it? I didn't know that was going to happen. Just reacted. Instinct, okay? So for all the dads out there, when you're changing the nappy and something happens, and it could be a poo as well, that's the other thing. If it was a poo, it would have been even worse. So do not lift the thumb. Push the nappy back.
I was told by my Jija whenever you're changing a kid.
Punoiya.
My Jija. He said place a wet wipe on their front. That way, if they start weeing, the wet wipe captures it a little bit, so you have hands free to do other stuff. It gives you like a bit of capture for like a couple of seconds.
A buffer.
Yeah, he said just do that because my sister had twins, so he's thinking, like this is the most efficient way,
practical,
to be able to do it. It's practical. So there you go.
I don't know how people have twins, man. Like that is just
they don't know any different, right? Because they had two.
But ick about them, man. Like when we have so many hands on one person. We have a rota system. Like you hold, sleep, feed, shower. It's like a song, isn't it? And even despite that, you're still like, okay, sit down. I got 5 minutes. Although we get longer because we have to podcast. That's one good thing about the podcast. It's respite, And just about this now.
You're welcome, big man.
Listen. This preparation time for the podcast. I had to get the room ready. So we'll do Tiari. Today I was doing Tiari for the podcast, and she comes in. I had blasting Bangla. She goes, "Yeah, good for some, isn't it? Just listen to music, chill out." I was like, like when you get caught in a moment. So I was there, like, the
jamming out.
We got Pericos after, and I'm putting those tunes on. You know the ones, DJRB tunes, yeah.
Banging out, chilling.
Yeah. And I was like, oh shit! I was like, I'm setting up for the podcast, and then obviously you get to podcast, and then there's like post-podcast takedown. It's a whole thing, right? So it's like
It's true.
Like I said earlier on the pod, this is the batch day. This is the heavy day. I'm a good father. I'm getting better.
Heavy load.
So that's what's happening, man. It's I'm slight bamari as well. I've got a bit of a runny nose, bit of an indie cough. This is probably what it feels like to be you all the time. So
yeah, it does. I'm not gonna lie. I'm very worried about my health when I have a kid. Yeah, very worried. I'm like, I'm just gonna go down the shitter, aren't I? That's it.
I'll write
straight
your
bamar all the time.
I'll write your doctor's note. You can present to Sanj, which means you'll be permitted to sleep separately.
I probably won't, and that's okay. I'm okay with
I'll write you a note. He's the star man in the podcast. He's the talent. He needs to be sector.
Okay.
Don't you leave it to me. Me and Sanj, remember that time?
Even though she listens to all of this.
Yeah. She can listen to
Why are you giving away the game, bro?
It's not bad. Listen, the thing with Sanj is, you and me can say the same thing to Sanj. But, when she hears it from, I was about to say her better half, but that's not the right thing to say.
Same, mate. I am a better half, yeah? Relax, big man, yeah?
It's not my better
When she hears from a twin.
Yeah, that's a better term. When she hears from a twin, then she's like, yes, there's reason and logic in that. When she hears it from you, it's just like, stop chatting shit, big man, isn't it?
Literally that. At least if you had the big man on that, it softens it, innit?
Yeah.
Now you know why I've done it all episode long. People, thank you for joining the Big Man special. Please drop a like because me and Goran have entertained the absolute daylights out of you. So we will catch you next week. Much love. Take care. Peace.
Ooh.
Thank you guys for watching. Check out the rest of our episodes here and don't forget to subscribe here. We'll see you guys on the next one.